Accidental gangster. I'm out here sitting on my patio, looking at the blue skies, the birds in the trees, looking at our Mother Nature. You know, there are some good things, folks, in our country, and we should be doing more to enjoy ourselves. I got one like with zero people watching. How did that happen? Huh? There's Simrace, my girl Cindy. How are you, honey? How you doing today? You know, folks, now let's get this settled here. Let me sit back. Let me release. Tammy Riggs, my gal from Rochester. How are you? Hey, Cindy, are you moderating, honey? Can you moderate, Cindy? Hmm. Let's see. Let me make sure I got my gal now. Cindy. No, you're a moderator. Okay. I don't know. I tried calling Mandy, so I don't know where she's at. So, Cindy, you are moderating today. You up for the challenge? What do you think? See what I'm doing? Yeah, I smoke, folks. I've been smoking for so long. Alright? Jimmy Riviera. How you doing, sir? I'm doing fine. Man, okay, Cindy, you're a moderator. Just do it. Okay, I just checked. You're a moderator. Alright? I don't think you who wants me to smoke. Nobody wants me to smoke. Laws, 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 laws in this country. Look at the law they want to pass now. This kill switch thing. Okay? Do you folks see about that? What the Congress is trying to pass? Huh? Thank you, Mimi. Huh? Count your blessings. I'm glad you come here, my friend. I do count my blessings every day, like I began this year. Count the blessings. We got blue sky. I got the trees with birds in them. Okay? Got to do little things what we can to enjoy our lives while we're on Earth. Now, folks, I don't know if you've been watching the news. You know, it's really seriously. And I admit I voted for Trump. But you know what? It's, oh, I can't, I detest watching him. I detest hearing him. Because every time he opens his mouth, this guy cannot tell you the truth. For example, I'm looking here, I'm looking at blue skies and the birds flying. He'd probably say, the sky is black and there's no birds. And his people would believe him. Yeah, they would believe him. Hey folks, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. For those of you who are members of the Gangster Circle, I just posted something I told nobody about the Rockefeller Center and Sonny Franchise and I. What happened there one day? I, that's only an exclusive thing that I did, all right, for my Gangster Circle members. So you people who join the Gangster Circle get things that you never hear me talking about. But it's only $4.99 a month. So what are you waiting for? Sign up. Derek wants to know who I am. Well, Derek, you must be living under a rock. Google my name. All right, folks, you all seen Donald Trump We see him blowing these drug boats out of the water, killing all these people. And he says he brought the drugs down. There's no drugs in our country. But yet, his own DEA come out and said there's more drugs now than ever in our country. Huh? Derek says, Derek says he has something for him, a cop. Yeah, Derek, you want to call me a cop? Call me whatever you want to be. Okay? Hit that thanks button. I don't give a shit. Send me some money. I don't care what you want to say. Okay? Huh? Just see, I don't like Trump no more. I voted for him. I said that. But I can't take his lies. Okay? I don't like the war in Iran. Very unhappy about it. You know, he's the only president. Bibi Netanyahu got to do this, to bomb Iran. The only one. See, Bibi don't care if you're red, blue, MAGA, progressive. It don't make a difference to him. You know why? His money and the dirt that he has on our politicians is very powerful stuff. Tomorrow he will be in Washington, D.C. once again, meeting with Trump. He is I think this is about the 10th time that he's been at the White House since Trump came in office his second term. Figure it out, all right? Figure it out. Not difficult, okay? See, when you come to my channel, you get the truth, you get my thinking, all right? And like it, don't like it, you're going to get my thoughts. And I'm going to tell you something. How long have I been telling you that all these presidents, including Trump, all the presidents before him, they all want to stop the war on drugs. They all want to stop the drugs from coming into our country. We're not here to talk about Jews, my friend. Okay, Cindy, get them out. We're not here to talk about religion. Okay? All right? And famous. Famous, I'm famous, but you're not famous. All right? You call me a racist? You don't know me. You don't know me at all. So give up on that guy. Okay? I'm the furthest thing from a racist person that you will ever meet. So anyways, going back, Bibi Netanyahu was successful with Donald Trump, and he suckered him right in this war. Telling him it's be like Venezuela, in and out. But what people don't remember, Venezuela was a well-planned, organized thing to take Maduro out of there. That was because our CIA, the United States CIA, was able to infiltrate them in Venezuela. They had inside people. They knew, like down to the second, they were so precise. Okay? But Trump listened to Bibi, thought he'd be a hero again, thought he'd have another Venezuela. And look what he's got. Our prices in the grocery store, our prices in the gas station. Okay? They just keep going up. They're not going down. and he puts tariffs on other countries, which means that those countries want to bring things into our country. It's a higher price. Do you know who pays for the higher prices? You and me. I mean, come on, folks. This is simple economics. All right? Mm. How many times have you heard me for all you people who come here every day, for my loyal subscribers, you have heard me say it. How many times? 100 maybe? I can't count them. I keep telling you, as long as there is a demand for drugs, their supply will always be there. I don't care what Trump does. I don't care what Biden tried. I don't care what Nixon tried. I don't care what none. They all tried. And they were not successful. Because these drug dealers, they know what they're doing. Okay? They know what they're doing. You cut off one route, they open another. Because the demand is here in the United States. And until you get rid of the demand, there will always be a supply. Okay? But Trump don't understand that, and he's the president of our country. That simple thing, he does not understand. He thinks by blowing these ships out of the water that he did something big. Did nothing. He got one boat. How many boats did he not get? Okay? A lot. And they come in from different countries, bro. They got so many routes, tunnels, planes, submarines. They got so many ways to bring these drugs. At a certain time, on DEA could only catch a few of them. They can't get them all. It's impossible. Thank you, Retro Red. Hello, Sue Steam, how are you? Zeb from Denver. Well, I gotta get to Denver someday. Yeah, there's a lot of places I wanna go. Infiltrate the dealer and find the supply. Well, you know what? We're able to infiltrate other governments, but we are not good at infiltrating the cartels. And there's many reasons for that, folks. See, our cartels are much smarter than most governments. They're well planned, well organized, and they got a lot of manpower. You know, I talk about the Tate brothers. I still think that Trump is going to do something, whether through the back door or whatever, to prevent them from going to the United Kingdom to face their charges. Yes. You know why I say that? I say that because Trump said he's not going to do anything. So when I listen to these con artists, I know when they're saying something, they mean the opposite. Okay? Because they know the American public wants them and they're justified to get them back to the United Kingdom to face charges. They proclaimed they're innocent and didn't do anything. Well, if I was sitting in their shoes and I didn't do anything, I would agree to be extradited immediately so that I could face charges. But, you know, there's a difference here. You see, I'm a man. I got a little smart. I don't try to bullshit people. Okay? They're not that smart, but they're cunning, the Tay brothers. They're able to extract money from you. And they're teaching their manosphere bullshit. Now, were there drugs involved with these guys? I wouldn't have bet there were. Okay? How they beat women, all right? How they made women feel abandoned, and they were the only ones helping them. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, Cindy, you know, honey, there's not much masculinity left in our country. Not when people, our young people, are paying $49.95 a month to pay the Tate brothers to listen to them and learn how to be mean to a woman. So don't think that after the Tate brothers are long gone, there's going to be many replacing them. Okay? Just a new version of Jeffrey Epstein. That's all that's being created here, folks. So it's they go to jail, they get 20 years, they get 100, whatever. Don't think, don't think for one moment that it will end because there's somebody ready to jump right in their place. Justine has a question about advice. What is your question? Okay, let me know. Cindy Mason. Hello, Lizzie World. Hello, Darcy. It's all about money, folks. Darcy is correct. Everything is money. But it's not only money. What's more powerful than money? Having dirt on people. And that's exactly what Israel has through their investigative unit called the Mossad. Okay? See, they get dirt on people. Look, come on, let's face the facts. We all done something. Maybe we were ashamed of at one time or another. Okay? Alright? It's normal. There's nothing out of it. You know, it's just normal, folks. We all miss sometimes, don't you? Because we're human beings. My advice on life is always the same thing. Be kind to everybody. Do nice things for others. And it'll come back to you tenfold. Okay? You gotta think positive. You gotta think, be positive. You gotta get your mindset from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you close your eyes on your pillow at night. I know it's not easy sometimes. We all go through certain things in our life that, you know, we wish were easier, but it's not. There I am, 81 years old. I'm going through certain things that I should not have to go through. But you know what? I know I'm going to overcome it because I'm a man and I keep striving until I accomplish what I want to accomplish. You know, things don't happen overnight. We got to be patient, but we got to work constantly at it. All right? Positive thoughts bring positive results. You're right, my friend. I'm doing good, Daniel. Danny Manley, how are you, buddy? Yeah, folks, I am Cindy telling you about my book, The Accidental Gangster. It's there on my table. And I've been doing a lot of reading. Come on, I'll do another reading from my book for you. But for those of you who've been around, all right, you know what the book's around. A lot of you have purchased it. I thank you so much. My book is available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and wherever fine books are sold. Uh, but you know, the news just came out. The DEA saying more drugs than ever are in country. And who's our president? Donald J. Trump. And what's Donald J. Trump say? That he stopped the drugs. Okay? It's down 60 or 80%, he said. But his own DEA is saying the opposite. So who do you believe, folks? Donald Trump or Donald Trump's DEA? Now, I gotta be honest. On this one, I'm with the DEA. Okay? National Baseball Championship for 12th grade. Thank you. Congratulations, Daniel. All right, that's cool. Okay? Just won your baseball championship. You're in the 12th grade, Daniel? Come on. Boy, we got a youngster here then. If he is only 12 years old. Well, I'm not saying nothing that a 12-year-old cannot hear. Okay? And folks, by the way, if you're new here and you just subscribe, leave me a comment that you just subscribed so I can give you a shout out, please. I appreciate that there very much. Because without you folks, what reason would I have to come out on YouTube every day? But I can keep you current. I can keep the truth out there. And I give you my perspective of what it is. Here it is, 6:42 in the evening, Monday night. And this is my second show. I can do shows all day long. Thank you for those gifts that you sent. I think somehow they helped me. I don't know how, but I want to appreciate it. Those hats and different things you're able to send, hearts, whatever you can send. It's all appreciated, folks. And I thank you, everybody here. Okay, I really do. We're at 48 likes, not too shabby. Okay, let's get to 50 here. I know, yeah, 48. We need 2 more likes, folks. Who's going to do that for me? Yeah. Joe Max, don't believe a word Trump say. He's a habitual liar. That's what I've been saying, Joe Max. Okay? I never seen a president lie so much. I seen other presidents lie, but not all the time. This guy wants his face on TV also. Have you seen his face, folks? He's not looking all that healthy. I can see somebody just gave me a gold something there. Okay, I thank you for that there. And folks, anybody want to support the channel, you can hit the thanks button down there and, you know, whatever you want to send, I appreciate it. I don't like to beg for money. I don't do that. Uh, I come here to bring you folks proper advice and my thoughts. And a phone call coming in. Thank God I'm able to come back. Okay, I hit the button. Can I call you later? Okay, because you folks are more important. Although this guy's a big producer in Hollywood. I don't answer the phone. I'll call him back. Because having patience is what we need. And we have another 2 years and 5 months of Donald J. Trump as our president. 2 years and 5 months. Will we survive this presidency? Will we survive all the pain that he's putting each and every one of us through because of his ego? I was over on TikTok. I went into something, they got these rooms. You can go on, and, they brought me up on the stage. I was able to talk. And there's one guy talking like crazy. He wouldn't shut up. All right? And defending Trump on everything. He's got no clue. He said Trump's been wanting to take over the Port of Hormuz for many years before he was President Trump did not know what the Port of Hormuz was until the Iranians closed it. He didn't know it existed. And now look at what it's done, just not to the United States, but to the entire world. Okay? Any idea how the rest of the world is looking at us here in the United States? A country that used to be the most revered country in the world, and now other countries don't like us? Okay? All because of Donald Trump. One man. One man destroying things. There's an old saying. It takes a father all his life to build up a business. And it takes a son less than 6 months to destroy it. And that's what Trump is doing. Trying to change everything that all our previous presidents, whether they were Republican or Democrat. Because Republicans and Democrats no longer exist. It's the progressive or the MAGAs. Which straight up said, no more cough syrup, no Xanax, no Xanax, no heroin. DEA is cap on this. Yeah. Sue Steve, you want to serve? Then you should. Okay? I hope you're not 90 years old like the rest of them. Look at, you got the Senator Grassley. He's 93 years old. 93. And he's running for another term. Folks, I'm 81 years old. I know what happens to the body when you get older. I know certain health issues. And when I look at Trump and he's got the swollen ankle, I know it's a circulation in the heart. And then he takes the full dosage of aspirin. What is it, 350 milligrams? I take 81 milligrams every day of baby aspirin. I've been taking it for so long, it's second nature to me. Okay? But he's taking a high dose. He's got problems. I don't know how severe, but I look at him. And, I don't pay attention to people want to talk about the botches he's got. I got them too, folks. That happens when the reason of the aspirin is that it makes your blood lighter, okay? And therefore, it makes it easier to get these botches as us older people get. So that there, I don't pay big deal attention to that. But his ankle swelling, that's a serious thing. Yeah. But we'll see. He keeps going every day, that's for sure. As long as there's a microphone and a TV camera in front of him, this guy can go all day long. It's the moment he sits down, then he falls asleep right there in front of everybody, and he don't care. Whew. But now you know, folks, that everything that I've been saying is now materializing. There's more drugs in our country than ever, and Trump just blew up two boats in the ocean and killed 200 people. You see, he doesn't care about lives. It's irrelevant to him. All right, the number of soldiers that he's putting at risk in Iran, our soldiers, United States soldiers. And folks, I know the military. I served our country. I served proudly. In a war that we should not have been in, the Vietnam War. And here we are now in another war that we got no freaking business to be in. And he does not care about our soldiers getting killed. Iran is not Iraq. It's much bigger, more mountains. They got tunnels all over the place. It's not a good place to send our troops into battle. We're going to lose thousands of our men. And he doesn't care. As long as he and his family continue to make money from the war. And they are. You see, his sons invest in a company that makes drones. Okay? They see everything they're doing with the inside information they get from what their father's going to do. And Trump, look at, it's not like, look at, you're looking for $50 extra to go buy groceries. Trump's talking billions. He's made over $6 billion since he's been in office. Now, there's something wrong. It's good for him. But you're not making that, are you? You're struggling, just like all of us. So you understand why I'm very discouraged what's going on in our government. Our government that is bought and paid for by APAC and the pharmaceutical companies and insurance companies. You know how much I pay extra a month for my insurance? I'm paying over 400 a month on top of my Medicare, so that I don't have any deductibles. 400 a month. I'm thinking of dropping it and just exclusively use the VA where I don't have to pay for anything. That's 400 a month, folks. That's a car payment. That's a car payment. And I'm paying it off to these insurance companies. Okay? That's the reason why we will never have a national insurance to cover everybody like other countries do. We will never have it because the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies own the people that you vote into office every election. And I know that firsthand because I investigated a congressman out here in the San Fernando Valley a few years ago. I investigated everything about him. And he had a staff of girls that brought charges against him for being molested. And guess who bailed him out? Pharmaceutical company. They paid the family off, the girls and the families, paid them all big money to keep their mouths shut so they can get that congressman back in the office because there was a bill that they wanted to pass that the Supreme Court said was unconstitutional and threw it out. But this congressman got it back in. You see the power that they have and the control. Thank you, folks, for coming. God bless you all. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. All my love and respect to you.